is gonna be today's topic. So, as our match with Blackboard is demanding us to do about precision circuits. So, we are going to take today's topic as precision flip circuits. Okay, before getting into what precision flip circuit is, we would rather know what is a normal flipper circuit. So Blackboard, sorry, match with Blackboard, please can you tell us what is flipper circuit? Come on, don't do like this or just that. Only for me. Please tell me what is flipper circuit? Okay, cameraman Rangaswamy, can you please zoom that Blackboard? Okay. A clipper is a device which limits, remove or prevents some portion of waveform above or below a certain level. In other words, the circuit which limits the positive or negative amplitude of both is called clipping circuits. Okay, remove that and bring me the circuit diagram. Rangaswamy, should I tell you again and again? Please zoom that right. So here we have two circuits. The positive biased on your left side and the negative biased on your right side. So we have the output for both also. So if you see the first one, the positive side is clipped off as per V reference. If it is 3 volts, 3 volt mark will be clipped off, and if it is in the second circuit, if it is again 3 volt, minus 3 volt mark will be clipped off. The other part will be clipped off and you cannot see it in the output. I hope you understand, guys. But in this, we don't get the output voltage in a precise manner. We would have some kind of errors. So I hope everyone has knew why everyone suggests the clipper with op amp than the normal ones. So what all we discussed before this was just an introduction to the clipper circuits. So now we are going to enter into the topic, that is precision clipper circuits. Hello sir, I'm in taxi. I'll call you later. Sorry for the inconvenience. So as we discussed before, there are two types of clippers, that is positive clippers which clips off the positive part, and the negative clipper which clips off the negative part. Blackboard sir, can you please bring me the precision clipping circuit? Oh, it has arrived. Very good, Rangaswamy. So guys, here we find an op amp and the supply voltage, that is the input voltage, and the reference voltage, and a diode, and we also see the VO, that is the output voltage. So excluding the R1 and the V reference, we see that the other circuit acts as a super diode, and the diode in the circuit is the ideal one. So next we supply the input as a sine wave, and we see what the output is gonna be with reference to the input voltage. As we give sine wave as an input, and Vm is the maximum voltage in the circuit, and V reference is the supply what we give in the V reference area, and we see how the output emerges to the circuit in the process of deriving the output. So when V reference is greater than the input voltage, in the non-inverting terminal we have VIN as an input, and in the inverting terminal we have V reference as an input. So there will be we find no voltage drop across the resistance. So output of the op-amp will be minus Vset. So the diode conducts and acts as a short circuit. So here we replaced the diode with a short circuit. So here the output voltage follows the input voltage. So after this point, V reference will be less than the input voltage. So the output of the op-amp will be plus Vset. So as it is negatively biased, the diode acts as an open circuit here. So here I replaced the diode with an open circuit. So guys, I give you a moment. So what is the output voltage at this point? So guys, as you thought, the output voltage for this circuit is V reference for that point. So the output voltage is equal to the V reference. So after this point, guys, what do you think the next step would be? I give you a moment. Take your time and think about it. So here again, the reference voltage will be greater than the input voltage. So as usual, the output of the op-amp will be minus Vset, and the diode in the closed loop configuration acts as a short circuit. Here it is. The diode acts as short circuit here. Arey yaar, fix the meeting with Ambani tomorrow. I am busy with the live discussion. Okay. The output voltage follows the input voltage. Oh, very good. But how can I teach in this location? Whatever happens for good. Now we are gonna learn about the negative bias. So guys, we have changed only one thing in here. That is, we have reversed the polarity of the reference voltage. Let's see how the output emerges for this circuit. Here, beginning how the output emerges, we would see the circuit. So here, the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. So the output of the op-amp, we get it is plus Vset. So when it goes to the diode acts as open circuit. So when the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage, diode acts as an open circuit, and the output voltage is equal to reference voltage. So we see it in the graph too. So after this, we have V reference, which is greater than the input voltage. So as usual, we get the output of the op-amp as minus Vset. So the diode acts as a short circuit. So when the V reference is greater than the input voltage, diode acts as a short circuit, and the output voltage is equal to the input voltage. So without bringing up the slide, I'll show you what happens here in the next step. So the input voltage will be greater than the reference voltage. So as I said before, the output of the op-amp is plus Vset. So the diode acts as a open circuit in a closed loop configuration. So here we know that it is a open loop. So the output voltage is equal to the V reference. So that's it for the negative clipper circuit. Rangaswamy, why the sound for now? That is okay, Rangaswamy. You should say me once, right? What is this, Rangaswamy?
I did that, sir.
It's okay. Leave it for now.
1 minute.
I cannot leave you alone just like that. Tell them what is the applications of clipper circuits. What about that other 2 points? Frequently used half-wave rectifier in power supply kits is a typical example of a clipper. It Clips either positive or negative half wave
above a
of
certain
the
level
input.
can be limited or
Clippers
clipped
can be used
in a
as a voltage
FM
limiters
transmitters
and
by using the serial
amplitude selectors.
clippers.
Thank
For
you
a
guys.
generation of new
Please don't forget
waveform
to subscribe
by
the channel,
shaping the
like, share and
existing
comment.
waveform, clippers are used. The typical application of diode clippers is for protection of transistor from transient as a freewheeling diode connected in a parallel across the inductive load.